just competing for who? For other males. And so what do? They compete with females for access to other males. And with the opposite end, like you have those with the females. Who does she have to compete with? She has to compete with other males for access to the same female. And so it's still a separation of gender.
But do you think that this is so confusing? Do you think that men who pose as women, do you really think they're taking the place of real women? Because I heard a content creator say tonight that there are men who are taking the place of real women. And my thing is this: my initial reaction was like, "Hold the fuck up, motherfucker!
Yep,
How the fuck can a man outdo me with being a woman? I was born a goddamn woman. I don't need makeup and all that other extra shit. Why? Because I was born a woman. So how the fuck you gonna come in here and say he's gonna outdo me at my own game, which is being a woman?"
I
So
don't.
initially, I'm like,
But,
like, where are you? Like, like, what really like turns you on? Like, where is your arousal really directed at? If you think for a second that men who are posing as women can actually replace real women.
I don't know. Maybe such person that said that, maybe they had one of those male posers, right?
Fresh pirate code. Share them with
They
your
can
friend
put
and
out and
rescue them. The
they
motion has been
can
returned
put
to
this
us.
thing together.
This ether used is traveled through the system. Of course. I may be studying another field.
They sample for lots of
I'm so happy.
This has to be something, because why would that even come to your mind that a man could actually replace a born woman?
Missing something crucial. I'll probably have it.
That in and of itself is just weird.
What's interesting is, you know, and I find it interesting is that none of the women, and this is where you'll hear me say this, so it sounds awkward, but the women that he was saying that shit amongst, right? None of those women checked him.
Right.
Like, wait a minute. What do you mean you didn't like he had these jokes
All right. Yeah, come on.
They thought it was just jokes because he was telling it from a third person kind of way, right? Like, yeah, I knew this one guy. He sucked two dicks. He didn't like.
Learned you were coming.
Like,
I prepared a day's out in our laws regarding war. Learn them.
I mean, my thing is the fact that they're trying to force it and push it down people's throats as something that's normal for people who are heterosexual and strictly straight. And I see it playing out even on YouTube. You have certain content creators who are using it as a tool, as an argument point. Like strictly heterosexual men who are subconsciously, they don't realize they're doing it, but they're subconsciously using that as a point to argue and as a weapon of assault against women in the so-called quote unquote gender war. Like they don't realize they're being affected by it, but subconsciously they are, and it comes out in arguments. Like when you're saying things like transsexual men or gay men are taking your place and they're doing things better than females can do. It's like, dude,
what is
how does a man outdo a woman at being a woman? She was born a woman, so how the hell is he a threat to her?
I don't know. There's he released the book page.
I mean, I'm trying to figure it out because I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it because to me, it's like, because I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Like I don't get it. Like I don't know.
The Angara have...
Where they really had no place, because you don't even date you don't even date, or you're not even attracted
been
to
gracious.
the opposite
Everything's
sex.
going
Why are
well.
you even a part of this
Good.
conversation?
Keep me updated. Can out.
I've never lied to a director before.
Because that's how, that's how they take advantage of the chaos, right? To cause a greater chasm between what's already contested, right? America does this a lot. Go into a region, pre-existing, kind of back and forth, conflict. And how does America exacerbate that? Well, he's doing films, and it's kind of like a gay dude in a heterosexual conversation does. He's going to side with one person because he's going to cause a greater division. Because the person is contesting that they're going to start having this mindset in which they think that they're on the right side because, that other person is agreeing with them. And in turn, that's going to cause frustration from the other side who had nobody side with them. Just about every panel that I've been on, I don't know what it is, but I seem to somehow garner the respect of
Vetra was looking for you.
And there's guys who go onto those same panels and find themselves completely overwhelmed, or you're going to run out of. Now, in public, they'll act all cool behind the scenes.
Anomaly detected.
Why are you going over the panel?
Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
Negative campaign.
Right.
And that's why I have to come out and dress it like, yeah, so they come over here with the bullshit. That's the fucking end. This shit kept happening, and now you see, like, what's been happening as a result. Women started doing it again. And it's like, okay, this is
Anomaly detected.
I'm not gonna be put on a public stake to be, put on this burning stake to be.
Deploying probe.
Throw tomatoes at me and
Getting a scan.
light me on fire and burn me.
Well, if I didn't know any better, I would take back. I mean, this doesn't make it gay because this is not the first time we've seen jump into costume, right?
They just dragging the man all day. Diaper man.
I don't like what she said. You have what power to do this exactly?
Right. Because there's freedom of association, but I mean, the thing is, you have to register as a
they will say the reason why we ain't got power
Nexus exiles find a home as former security
who live with you,
Pathfinder do have their people.
when you told them, kind of reminds me of Negro Mockingbird that they'll repeat mainstream narratives when black folk like get hurt by state getting hurt. You shouldn't be wearing gray socks. He shouldn't be sagging fast. Shit, the more kind of like all these.
The initiative has found the Solarian Ark. Reports suggested Perchero was intercepted by head forces in the Defino system. Reached for comment, officials refused to provide any details on the status of the Ark or its inhabitants. But they do confirm the Solarian Pathfinder survived. Amid confusion and questions, the Nexus now braces for a potential influx of Solarian
Can I talk to you, Ryder?
This is HNS.
Video which it doesn't matter how many times it's uploaded, YouTube blocks it and everything. It's got great analysis of symptoms. In which I assert that
Hello, Pathfinder.
Just not fair.
institutions can be narcissists, and the agents that execute and enforce their policies are
How are things going with Ark? Ryder, I appreciate your good sense in backing Reika as ambassador.
You mean a Solarian, right?
Oh, the thought had not even occurred to me. Did you have some other business?
What happens is people become critical of academia.
I'm looking into the Nilk and Rensis murder charge.
And?
I want to go to Eos and retrieve Chief Reynolds' body.
That isn't usually Pathfinder business.
First murder in Andromeda, and I'm impartial. Figured you'd want to get it right.
I think we already have. Though physical evidence will only bolster the case.
The more certain we can be, the better.
All right, but let's keep it quiet. I don't want people thinking we're reopening the case. I hope anything you find reaffirms what's been done, but if it sheds a different light, we'll deal with it.
Sounds like a
We'll send the coordinates of the murder scene. Good luck.
It sounds like the Nexus has had a rough time of it.
Publicly, I would say we're more than up for the challenge. Privately, I can tell you, it's been a disaster. The Scourge killed hundreds, many of them our senior leadership. Even the founder of the initiative, Gian Garson, is dead.
I think that is more so dysfunctional to continue to talk about it, as opposed to creating a solution. Because that's what
How did Gene Garson die?
With the rest of the leadership, when the Nexus hit the Scourge, a large wing of stasis pods was destroyed. They were killed instantly. These people traveled 600 years and died before they even woke up. Gian Garson never glimpsed Helios. She never saw her vision realized.
The conversation being had about what, and I don't even want, because I don't talk about this on my channel.
Cantor's mentioned something about hitting the Scourge. How did it play out?
Criminal elements took advantage of the emergency and preyed on people's fears. An uprising followed. We had no choice but to turn to the Krogan to deal with them. They crushed the mutiny and the criminals were banished. You've already met their leader, Sloane Kelly. She was one of us until she joined the traitors.
Having a backbone or standing up for yourself and not allowing people to walk all over you and not being a pushover.
There don't seem to be many Krogan around.
Good riddance. The Krogan demanded a greater say in political matters. The last place you want them involved. They're muscle, nothing more. Good for fighting and lifting heavy objects. When they didn't get what they wanted, they left.
Why don't you like the Krogan?
It's common knowledge that they are a violent, ignorant species. Long ago, they waged nuclear war on one another. Their planet was decimated. My people tried to uplift them, but the Krogan could never tame their worst instincts. What if they bring their tempers to Andromeda? We'll all be dead.
Something to me that is completely inappropriate and completely disregards me as a human.
What more can you tell me about the initiative?
It represents the greatest migration ever attempted. No one had ventured beyond the Milky Way before. We've all left home in search of freedom, fortune, perhaps a new beginning. We are the bravest souls each species has to offer. I hope the Nexus will serve as the seat of government for us all.
So, because the narcissist wants to continue to abuse their victims.
What do you know about the early days of the initiative?
As most everyone knows, Jean Garson's vision made it happen. She was an entrepreneur on Earth, wealthy, young for a human. Garson had the idea for the initiative in the early 2170s, I believe. Many thought leaving the Milky Way was impossible. But she persevered, and as with most great ideas, the doubters were wrong.
Why do you think most people came?
There are thousands of reasons, one for every colonist here. What does any pilgrim seek? Usually, happiness, finding the thing that eludes them, the thing to fulfill them. While we cannot promise they will find it, we can facilitate the search.
It looks like a melting pot around here.
The Nexus is home to several initiative species. Many came ahead of the Arks. The hope is that this station will one day serve as the governing body in Andromeda. Though I'm not sure what they were thinking, lumping Krogan into the mix. As a Solarian, my kind tend to have a low opinion of them. Nothing I've seen here has changed that.
Kind of back and forth arguments with these dudes on YouTube. Just tell them. Like, that's
Thought I'd check in on the Arks.
Keep investigating, Ryder. We still need closure on the Turian Ark. And don't forget the Asari Ark. It's still missing. Until all the species are accounted for, we're a broken family.
As director of the initiative, are you in charge around here or what?
If the others would allow me, they don't see me as the rightful successor.
What's their problem with you?
I am not Jean Garson. Our founder was charismatic, eccentric, larger than life. Traits I cannot hope to mimic. She and her inner circle perished in the Scourge, some at the hands of the Exiles, some never made it out of stasis. I was deputy assistant for revenue management. Then all 7 leaders above me died. I was next in line for the role.
So, you're an accountant?
Don't let that fool you. We are all capable of more than we know. When I was young, I was fascinated by the idea of exploring space. Life had its detours, and I went a different direction. Then I heard about the initiative, and saw my chance to try the path not taken. While I may not be setting foot on new worlds, my authority can ensure that you do.
Right. Sorry.
I should have just let you dry out on your lap.
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats. Whether that's the cat or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that?
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Of course, as you pointed out, we need each other. Our futures depend on each other's success.
So I had no idea that these kind of things were going on in the world, let alone on social media. So coming to YouTube and being exposed to all this shit, I'm thinking that certain things are normal. Then I start seeing content creators who specialize in psychology who make videos and post podcasts about narcissistic abuse and about personality disorders. And I'm like, God damn. And then I'm in therapy. I'm spending time with my therapist and I'm talking about this stuff. And both of them are agreeing, like, you've been a victim of this and that and that and this. And I'm like, well, goddamn, like, really? And so I started studying and practicing certain things to correct certain behaviors that I have been exhibiting. And it's like, damn, girl, you went through a whole, war zone.
A ray of hope for sleep-starved residents. Maintenance begins on malfunctioning sublands, causing unsafe daylight in some Nexus quarters. This is HNS.
That, the error in my ways and correcting it.
That's why I stepped out of it, because I tried to show empathy. I tried to give context to your world.
Welcome, traveler. How may I assist?
And I always told you,
Tell me about the Pathfinder headquarters.
The Pathfinder headquarters is located within the Operations Center. It will proudly collect the work of our daring explorers for years to come. It is also where Director Jaren Tan oversees the initiative.
What do people around here do for fun?
Due to resource constraints, the Nexus's recreational venues are limited to the Vortex. The Vortex is a social establishment where colonists can gather to relax or enjoy a drink. Please remember, consumption of alcohol while operating machinery or piloting spacecraft is strictly prohibited.
During this time, these people, same people that are saying Cerulean Grey is a simp, they were big up in those videos.
What's the Cultural Exchange Center?
The Cultural Center is intended as an educational venue for any new alien species we meet. By teaching them about the initiative, we hope to foster an air of cooperation and understanding.
Black is pro or otherwise.
Tell me about the tech labs.
Initiative scientists are hard at work in the tech labs, analyzing data and samples acquired within Andromeda. The resulting information is then used to further initiative research and outpost creation. Please be aware, access to the tech labs is restricted to essential personnel only.
I don't really care if the door hits you in the ass.
What goes on in hydroponics?
Hydroponics is an essential element of the Nexus's life support system. It provides the station with vital oxygen and food supplies. Feel free to stop by and see our botanist, Dr. Camden. He always enjoys speaking with visitors.
He said, I'll just have to, grind your balls into the dirt. Nothing much, but,
I don't troll them, they troll me. And so, all it was slowly trying to create this environment where women become content with being abused by men. It was kind of the same way that, take for instance, a domestic.
What goes on in hydroponics?
Feel free to stop by and see our botanist, Dr. Camden. He always enjoys speaking with visitors.
That's all.
It has been my pleasure.
I don't know about these Angara. Wow, it's the Pathfinder.
It's me.
You're the one who befriended these strange new people, these Angara, and now they're here, on the Nexus. How do we know we can trust them? I mean, for certain.
Remember, we're the strangers. This is their home, and they've welcomed us. They've earned our trust.
I guess.
Talk to them. Get to know them. See for yourself.
Good advice. I will.
offered to put me on the transfer list for an whole humans. They just want a woman to just lay down and be a doormat or a robot.
You're the Pathfinder. Thank you so much for returning Emoshite to us.
Like how they harp and preach about red pill. Like I go
She's important to our mission.
She's important to us, period. Thank you, whatever your reasons. By the way, you should know, the head of our delegation is at your cultural center. He'd be honored to speak with you.
White, red pill, faces. Usually it's like a view, I noticed something that was night and day between black, red pill, and white red pill. And the white red pill, they actually advocate for men taking more responsibility.
I noticed that too.
He said responsibility is the cornerstone to masculinity. Now, that's what they're teaching, and that's actually a true anthropological fact.
But distillation brings clarity. A complicated form, assuming
Ah, Pathfinder. The information you gathered is marvelous. You and your Sam, of course.
Thanks, Mr.
Professor Hirik. My colleagues and I work directly with Sam, refining your field scans into discoveries to benefit the initiative. Hopefully.
I'm usually out in the field, but I wouldn't mind talking shop. Lab. You know.
You are always welcome.
Indeed. It's thanks to your sterling data gathering that we were able to wrangle this space from Addison.
Keep up the good work, champ.
The convenience. Convenience kills masculinity. It does. It literally does. Convenient food.
Hi, Pathfinder. Want to hit some rocks for science?
The pornification of society.
Absolutely. What do you need?
Sam and I used your scans and made a VI for geophysics surveys. Beta builds on the console there. Test it out in the field, and I'll wrangle you a consultant's bonus from Director Addison. How's that sound?
And he sees a woman there with basically almost her complete breast exposed, and another woman breastfeeding. He treats a woman with her breast exposed, almost invisible, and asks the woman why is she breastfeeding in public. That's the convenience for masculinity. Even though the woman that he walked by that had her virtually all of her chest like exposed, I mean, like, she was completely indecent.
Pathfinder, we've had some trouble.
But that's what he
Anything I can help with?
Perhaps. I discharged an away team to get readings from a section of the Scourge that was behaving anomalously. They haven't reported in for some time, and sensors can't locate their shuttle. I sent them out there. Good, dedicated people. I fear what might have happened to them.
Your work is important. Don't lose sight of that. When I'm out there, I'll see if I can find them.
Their friends and family will want to know what's happened, and I need to know.
Yeah, a lot of that goes on panels and in chat rooms too.
All right, I have to admit, the Nexus is a whole different place. There's energy in the air. People of all walks, Angara teaching what they know. It's kind of great.
All these other things, well, yeah, like you don't even see what's going on. I actually just dealt with this very thing.
Our work has changed things for the better.
That's for sure. I wouldn't have been got dead here not long ago.
In a space where pro-blacks congregate, right? And you're letting this goofball literally come up here and denigrate. Like you're getting
Pathfinder, those bioscans are superb. Could you gather more for our comparative conservation effort?
What conservation effort?
Ah, my thesis is on the console there. Broad strokes, we're comparing and preserving organisms from both galaxies. If you donate more bioscans and samples to the catalog, I can get you a finder's fee. Tempted?
extreme right wing, right? Kind of out. And it's so bad, you know, when he was writing for Paul Elam, I actually made this, I actually sent this on Maximum Black's channel tonight. You know, back in 2011, when he was writing articles before he goes to work with Paul Elam, he was on some pro-black shit. He was talking about the black pride and how black men specifically are being locked out of the labor unions in Philadelphia. When he tries to bring that over to the Voice for Men, well, the white boys told him, nah, we don't talk about race over here.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The difference is he complied with that. And see, what I'm telling him over here is like, we're not going to talk about our race over here. Not in a derogatory fashion, no. So he didn't want to comply with that, but he'll comply with the white boys. You ever find it interesting how 2 years ago it said you're struggling to pay the rent or struggling to pay a phone bill, and a year ago, right, he was struggling to keep a roof over his head, and this year,
He's Mr. Big Shit.
We've had no trouble, Pathfinder.
Come on, man. How you do that? Shut the fuck up, all bitches. Excuse me, motherfucker. Must we remind you where you were last year? Last year? No, not 2, 3, 4 years ago. Last year. And I don't see you smoking cigars on the top floors of no buildings yet. If you don't shut the fuck up. You feel me?
It took a year to get the white paper to the Great Faulkner Initiative. Like in breakdown every point of the Great Faulkner Initiative.
Joel's been asking to talk to you.
Break down the entirety of the Great Faulkner Initiative on one show. And there was no white paper. Charles Faulkner would go and espouse everything, every point this is the Great Faulkner Initiative in great detail. Specific.
Look at these readings. This system is beautiful.
I'll say, that's a stellar nursery. Stars are born out here.
Right? And all he's producing is some bullshit itinerary. A bullshit itinerary that doesn't add up to a human being, considering that whenever he put it in the public purview, I mean, they literally shadow because that's all it was. Literally, like not even like for emergency. When I created Great Faulkner Initiative, there was another one, Diaper Man himself. He comes out with the Angry Man Standard. The Angry Man Standard, if you really look at, you can put it side by side, and you can tell exactly where he got the talking points from on the Great Faulkner. And to put into the Angry Man Standard. And so we're dealing with people.
Wow. Look at all this. The Scourge did a number here, didn't it? To think this was supposed to be the Turian home, now the exiles have taken over.
Cosmic radiation is off the charts, Ryder. You'll need to stay in the Nomad.
What good are these fancy suits if they don't block radiation?
In normal situations, they do. This planet's magnetic field was disrupted when it cracked open. No protection from a cosmic ray tearing you apart at the molecular level.
Actually, I support that. Go ahead and do that.
So, stick to the Nomad.
Descent engine engaged. Good luck, Ryder.
I actually endorse that. And I want them to know who the failures and who the fuck boys are. And it's best that they identify themselves, even if it's by your bullshit itinerary.
8 brothers and sisters, almost 4 times as many cousins. My mother's. A lot of voices with opinions on what to do or to be.
No kidding. How do you handle that?
Honestly, not well.
Gravity's lower than we're used to, Pathfinder. Gil says you shouldn't worry about accidentally hitting escape velocity.
If we do, I'm sure Callow will catch us.
What does that mean? Ryder, tell me you're not... But Gil...
At some point down, we have to face reality to human brain, basically giving people reality. Like reality, it's a hard reality, right? Reality is difficult to deal with. That's the reason why our brains create these safeguards to either prevent us from going completely insane. So that, so that we stay sane enough to be functional as human beings. So the brain will protect itself. It will create whatever kind of idealization of reality that it thinks that is best suited for. Because whenever we strip down what reality is down to its bare nature, it's a very hard thing to accept.
Very true.
And so when we embrace it, look, nonetheless, this is what reality is at its core. You must, if you have a Y chromosome, you must deal with it nonetheless. Running from it is not going to accomplish a thing. You want to talk about divestment? Well, let's talk about reality. How are you telling me that you want a white woman, but yet the white man is having the same issue with his white woman? And then if she's fucking with you...
So many of my family are distinguished. The name carries weight on its own. I didn't want the name to carry me. I want my own story, if that makes any sense.
Plenty. I just can't imagine that much family. I didn't even have one brother or sister.
What? How?
I don't know. Ask my parents.
Nature presents itself differently in every race. No one race is better than the other. And
You can drive into the airlock, Pathfinder.
you're gonna get something better, while the grass may, very well.
Get ready to fight!
But the thing is, like with all the international cities here in the United States, you're gonna tell me you can't find one woman that's worthy of, you either wifing up or protecting. Like we have.
We can just drive in here.
Right here in the United States. The United States is a melting pot.
We've got targets!
A global.
Exiles have...
My sensors read a mineral not found in my database, Pathfinder.
That's something we can scan for Chief Lucan?
It would improve his geophysics VI considerably.
They're mining helium-3?
The main component in shuttle fuel, Pathfinder. It can...
kind of like a Steve Harvey, right? When Steve Harvey didn't have shit, he basically fleeced his ex-wife. Took just about everything she had, and then, whenever he got to a certain financial standpoint, left her for her other friend, right? Up there for her friend, married her friend. The woman that got him in the door to comedy is the one that he loved. And she's the one that took him in.
Just what we need. Exiles with explosives. Let's get into that base.
The attached passcode is only a fragment. Data here indicates other mining domes. I've added the locations to your map.
Execute his book actually like the woman thinks like a man. You don't want a woman to think like a man. You want a woman that thinks like a fucking woman.
I left that in the comment section. I left that very same thing that you said in the comment section, and people started attacking me. Like it was mainly men. Like I'm a woman. Why would I want to think like a man? Like what am I gonna get out of that as a woman? I mean.
Well, you don't want a woman to think like a man. Because if you want a woman to think like a man, you might as well go get a fucking man. You get a man or go get a trans.
Yeah, that's what I said, and people started attacking me and stuff.
But you understand that what you were saying, the fact that when a woman thinks like a man, you think the
like your rifle, Joe.
That data pad we found mentioned a guy named Krex. Any idea who that is?
Doesn't matter. He's up to something. That's all we need to know.
He spends most of his time attacking her public image, her public character, and what? Her image, her aesthetic look. He got that from a female-dominated space, because that's the way older females, especially when they clock, control the younger female. They control through their image, they control through the rest of it. That's how they used to do it. That's why you can see women back then, you can't go out looking like that.
Ryder, look out!
It'll take two women to go to the club and one is wearing something that the other girls look like. You're not going out with me like that.
Yeah.
Aesthetic look. What does it do? It makes her change your clothes. Like, you're not going out with me with that makeup looking like that. No, you're not going out with me with that skin hyena cut on your head. No. It attacks the aesthetic look. It attacks the public image. When the perception of female character is based on the public image, which is rooted in what? Aesthetic look. So why you think you hear these people talking about you gotta be feminine? Like women are feminine with men that they want to be feminine. But you have an unreasonable expectation that every woman will be feminine. Whenever they say submission, what that really is code for let me fuck with no responsibility and then easy.
That's code for a lot of things, and I know what you say is true because I had the opportunity to meet one of these so-called manosphere guys in real life, and that's exactly the first thing he wanted to do when he saw me was put his dick in me.
Which manosphere guy was that?
I'm not gonna say it on live. I'm not even gonna say it, but
the private chat. I'm good at secrets.
Yeah, because a lot of them feel that they can use that sort of shaming language, and then what they try to do is use Alan Roger Curry's Mode 1 approach to be deceptive. Like,
Are you
Mode
upset
1
to be
is
the
not
only child of your
used
parents?
as a
This
tactic
team,
to be deceptive
and
or
your commando
coerce
team
women into
before
doing
that,
anything. That is
does
to be
it
used to
satisfy that
straight up
yearning?
It's a different kind of belonging than family. Here, I can walk away, good or bad. That knowledge is always there.
Yet you stay. For the adventure.
For the adventure.
That he had no business asking. So many different things. So the abusive behavior is absolutely perpetuated in the black sector. And this shit is bleeding out. You got girls even earlier this year who committed suicide because they were being bullied by men in this sector. So we even had one guy who made a video because he
Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system.
I go out and start shooting women or stabbing women. So this incel culture needs to be deaded as soon as possible, and it needs to be pointed out because it's an issue, it's a problem, and somebody ain't gonna make it.
No, it very much is. I mean, why you think Shirley Gray has all of these niggas with their panties in a bunch?
Yeah.
You know, like the other day when I was on with Ren, it wasn't even Ren, it was Amiri. I was on with Amiri the other day, and he has a co-host named Miss Monche. And Miss Monche, she was talking about her past candidly, and when Obsidian comes onto the panel, as derelict as he tries to harp on it, and then he misquoted what she said, right? Now, this is a woman who is immeasurably more successful than Obsidian. This is a woman who has her own Google business. She has her own counseling firms and all of these things, right? It's just community activists who let people know. Yeah, he wants to harp on the things he did 20 years ago. And my position is no, it's not going to happen. And he came out with his shaming tactics. Oh, you're trying to cave, let the cave drop down some of the group and shit. Like, what you're telling me is that you're trying to impose some kind of drama. You're trying to abuse this. But the thing is that I'm not going to sit here and let you use your personal business to project your own knowledge onto your own. Because that makes me. It's like you wonder why black men are already perceived a certain type of way in this country, created through negative propaganda. And what has happened with the red pill thing is that they've created an information war.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Back to the CIA. One of my esteemed colleagues, former naval intelligence officer, Quantico, actually told me, he said, did it ever shock you that, like, name something that you find interesting about the type thing and it's like there's something familiar, eerily similar to it. It's like you notice they use the same tactics. They use the same tactics. In fact, the entire MGTOW ideology, it mirrors the very ideology of, say, Gloria Steinem's protege, later came to be the Black Lady. She wrote Black Macho and Myth of Superman, in which she created this false dichotomy or false gradients of black men. Saying there's only two. There's a productive, upstanding, upwardly mobile black man who's family minded and all of that, and then there was kind of like everyone else, and that's the same kind of thing.
The mining zone has been depleted.
They made this fictional character called Cookie and Ray Ray versus the other fictional character they call the educated man. So they create all sorts of distinctive markers that are imaginary, like the thinking black male.
It's like all one big, like, social experiment. Because everything is made up. When you think about what goes on in real life, and they, according to what they describe as Pookie and Ray Ray, any person can be a Pookie or Ray Ray. I don't care what socioeconomic class they come from. The CEO of CEO giant in corporate America could be a Pookie and Ray Ray. It's the mentality. And you have people on here. Oh my God! It's just like one big social experiment. That's what I think I'll describe it.
It's a red herring, right?
The crew has developed a feeling of family, don't you think?
Yeah, we've been through a lot together.
Become fond of each other. Bonded.
Some more than others, but yes.
I'm fond of you, Cora. Like a sister. We're family.
Simply because I perceive him as better than you. And I don't want him to have access. I don't want him to have sexual access to that woman that I desire. And so that's Pookie and Ray Ray. See, fucking ain't shit niggas. So everybody's a Pookie and Ray Ray. Right? It's a red herring. It's another shell game. And whenever we do find the evidence, if we could just link, say, a Rollo Tomassi or Paul Elam back to...
Exposure to the surface radiation will kill you, Pathfinder.
I would have confirmed that.
Taking her up. Where to next, Pathfinder?
Pathfinder Drac wants to see you.
This is like psychological warfare.
Psychological warfare. Related to all social warfare is economics. You know, and that's why we have this major problem in the black community with the, lack of wealth, resource, and opportunities. And then you have Negroes crying about women. Well, it's because your economics ain't together.
But they're not even crying about economics. They're crying about shit like hair weave and makeup and nails and things that women do because they're women.
Well, that's the cold thing about this game, right?
Damn.
This is the cold thing about this game. They're not going to mention economics. Why? Because we don't want to let the public know that they're actually broke. That's why they create words. That's why they create terminology. No, broke nigga.
Careful. Word is there's pirates all over this region.
You'd think they'd run out of people to steal from.
You should want to have children so they can continue your legacy and give wealth, generational wealth to their children's children, and so on and so forth. But to them, it's all about the one nut at the end of the night or something like.
End of the night. Course.
Like, it just makes me nauseous. This is why I can't even go to certain channels anymore. And I see certain avatars, it makes me just want to vomit. Because it's like, now I know, after learning what they're all about and what I thought they were about, not only am I disgusted in you, but I'm more disgusted in myself because that's embarrassing to know that I was that brainwashed for so long to just go along with this sickness. Because it is a sickness. Like, let's not even get that part twisted. But
yeah, that's what it is.
That's embarrassing. Like, to know that I just.
No, it's not going to be. It's not going to be embarrassed about because you're being taken advantage of. See, that's the other effect of this narcissism. The narcissist always makes you feel ashamed for being taken advantage of, for being abused.
Sam, send Callow the nav point provided by our Krogan contact.
Abuse victims, right? Victims of abuse.
Drac, we're landing on Eladon to rendezvous with Jorgal Strux.
On my way.
Has browbeaten them into isolation, mentally. It's just scared people to come out. They go
Where is this meeting place exactly?
Called the Paradise. Middle of nowhere as far as I can tell.
Paradise is different for a Krogan.
Remnant starship? No.
Only 41% exposed. I will gather what information I can, Pathfinder.
I let them talk their shit, I let them talk their shit. Because I was going to let it go, like, move on. I went back to business as usual. Next thing you know, the third and fourth video, same name.
Who lives here besides the Krogan?
Scavengers with nothing to lose. Criminals chucked out of Kadara.
Gonna be interesting.
I'm gonna head to the colony, smooth the waters.
That's always the next step, public smear campaigns. It's like the ritual that has to be done every year. And I've noticed it's like a cycle with that. It's like a ritual that's done every year.
That's reality. Now, see, that could be considered real quick.
Heat levels increasing.
Game changer slavery. I thought it was really interesting because you can't build anything with nature. But then, you know, somebody asked me, well, what have you built for game changers? That means that you're the nigga.
Pretty much.
You notice the reason why general society kind of had very little clue or idea that white society was as fucked up as it was. Because white men, even whenever they created the men's rights movement, right, the men's rights activist movement, even whenever they created MGTOW and the whole red pill ideology, they still never shit on their own fucking community. Whenever they say women, they don't say white women specifically. They just say women in general. Notice that?
Yeah. There's just a certain level of savagery that they lack and don't have as compared to the black sector. Because I've been in some of those spaces, and even when they argue, when they disagree, it's still very orderly and civil.
That's the ability that they don't offer their own time. So that's how you know that these Negroes just auditioning to be the next flying monkeys on ours. They just want to get. I mean, like they're literally just one pill away from sucking a white man's dick. They're interracial sanctimony.
But I mean, if you came in at a very late stage and your position was to always chastise women and stuff like that, and you just never really offered content from your own creativity, I don't really consider you a content creator if you kind of piggyback off of other content creators who are talking about the same thing. Like, what did you create? What artwork did you create? What topic did you create? Or what sort of dynamic or dimension did you add to the seminar, or to any conversation, or to anything? I mean, everyone, they pretty much changed their talking points in the past 6 months to a year. The men who first came on who were bashing women, now they're all for women. They're all for, you know, healthy dynamics with women. When they first joined, it was all about the black bitch. Black female this, black female that. And now all of a sudden, everyone's under.
Life support restored.
Ania runs this place. I don't know her, but I've heard things. My people consider Eladin uninhabitable, but she manages to make a life here.
Welcome.
Somehow.
Welcome.
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder.
The women who would come and support these content creators, they started pulling support because no one wants to sit and be generalized and bashed and put into a category and.
It's a fair exchange.
Why? Because you say it.
Why would I continue to donate or
I
support
wouldn't be in business if I wasn't fair. If you don't think so, go trade somewhere else.
Women who had enough sense to start
Okay.
their money from certain men's channels who were doing that. Then men started, some men, not all of them, but some started, you know, trying to transition their messages
Are you Jorgel Strux?
Maybe. You who I think you are?
I'm the Pathfinder from the Nexus. You asked me to meet you here?
Yeah, I did. Thanks for coming.
Losing the Krogan was a big deal to a lot of us in the Initiative. Some of my best friends are Krogan.
I didn't want to leave the Nexus, but I needed to support my people and my clan. So, there's problems at the colony. It's heading to a bad place.
We can't be there anymore.
Morta's become a tyrant.
Did she kick you out?
Hasn't come to that yet, so we're laying low. I want to keep my eye on her. She's planning a strike against the Nexus, that much we know.
Drac trusts Morta, and I trust Drac.
I'm there. Drac isn't. Morta is going to rip this colony apart. And then we're all going to die.
You might be underestimating yourselves.
Everyone needs food and water, even Krogan. Morta's rationing. My group thinks the Krogan should make peace with the Nexus.
We need the Krogan, and the Krogan need us. We all came to Andromeda as one. We should at least try to fix this.
Well, there won't be a colony to make peace with if Morta ruins it. You don't believe me? Go to the Krogan colony yourself and see what she's planning. Talk to Ravenar Brink. He's one of us, on the inside.
If the safety of the Nexus is really on the line, I'll go. Better hope she doesn't shoot me on sight.
Yeah, that'd be a bad omen.
We're inside of the arcade. We see Chuck E. Cheese in the suit dancing around. We'll still gather around watching do his performance. But we're not going to tip. You know why we're not going to tip? Because we're not going to stay here.
Worm almost killed me. Got out of the way just in time.
I'm not sure what his name is. He's the juke nut that's inside of the Chuck E. Cheese company.
Activating automated forward station deployment. Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system.
So, Eladin. Charming so far. What do we got? Besides the sand.
The remnant monolith suggests this was indeed supposed to be a golden world. It also suggests the presence of a vault. Additionally, here is the large derelict remnant ship that we saw as we landed.
Hopefully abandoned?
Scans indicate it is not. The site is active with scavengers and remnant bots. Here, scavengers have taken over an abandoned camp between the two. In this direction, located in one of the planet's sinkholes, is New Tuchanka, the Krogan colony.
Sinkholes? Sounds fun.
Not really. Eladin is tidally locked to its sister moon and that gas giant above. This side of the moon never cools. Getting trapped in a sinkhole without shelter would mean certain death, as one's blood would boil in 75 seconds.
And on that cheery note, let's head for the climate-controlled paradise of the Nomad.
Oh, what? What? Ow.
I detect above normal temperatures.
Scoot over, Joel. You're taking up my seat. Too hot in here for that.
Do you mean hot or hot?
Just shove over.
Ambient temperature is normal. Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters. Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, I detect broken scavenger machinery ahead.
Sounds like Morta and her clan still hold a grudge against the Nexus.
It's amazing they managed to set up any kind of working colony on this hellscape.
Amazing or crazy? And the Krogan seem to be a bit of both.
Clean shot.
Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters. Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder. Heat levels increasing. Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder. Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits.
I think we're coming close to the Krogan colony.
I detect above normal temperatures.
Move along. No outsiders.
He's with me, human Pathfinder.
The one you were telling us about?
Jorgel Strux sent me. I'm supposed to talk with Morta.
So now Strux is friends with the Nexus. Traitor.
Think I'm a traitor too?
Got it, Breck.
I'm not here to step on any toes. I can help you guys out.
You assume we need help. Hey, you guys did your job. Now stand down and let them in. But Drac, didn't I tell you to shut up? I'll spread the word so Morta knows you're here. Good. I'll see you inside, right? I'm gonna have a few more words with this pair first.
The one he calls his big leg lady friend, the one that he put up a thumbnail was just she was really something to behold.
Pathfinder must think he's pretty tough to just roll in
here. Get some accolades for it.
Wonder how long it lasts to real time.
You realize we can hear.
She won the Miss
Saw the worm bust straight through an old ship? Not a scratch on it.
Some think it's invincible. Doubt it. Not to a Krogan.
Oh shit.
And then now, so he's trying to monkey branch to a better situation with an actually desirable woman. Well, see, the thing is that Obsidian, when I look down on him, it makes him feel small. I mean, he's already small, but it makes him feel small. He can't measure my intellect, can't measure my money, he can't measure any of my assets, he can't measure up to that. The things, the things that men are supposed to have when they're men. And then, mind you, I'm over 10 years younger than he is. And I've had these things for over 10 years. And he has a difficult time measuring up to that. He never had the ability to launch. And I diagnosed that in several times. Every time I look down, and I will continue to look down.
It was an accident. The terminal with Dr.
Hello. I noticed you were listening. Is it because you're a fan of the Krogan genius, Dr. O'Keir? I'm frantic because a terminal with all his research was accidentally sold to a junker.
No. Maybe? What was on it?
His work regarding Krogan physiology and the genophage was advanced. I was his protege. Or, I was acquainted with his protege.
Anyway, it's encrypted, but it would be bad if it fell into the wrong hands. I can give you a nav point and the name of the scavenger I accidentally sold it to.
That's certainly a language in that sector. A language all on its own.
So whenever I use the very tactics that...
Send me the nav point and the terminal identification.
Done. I hope it's still on the planet. The junker was aggressive.
Then when I do it for him, he wants to get mad. I actually think that he probably had some sexual encounter with me. The way that he's always inviting males to his... And the funny thing is that communication was him that whenever he left, it was me that was always checking him behind the scenes. And then one day, when he was trying to get the back, he runs to Diaper Man,
I'm leaving.
No way this colony will make it. Come on, you have nowhere to go.
Heard Sloan Kadara is hiring.
See if we can get in on the action. I'd rather stay here, thanks. You call yourself
The fact that I already told Maxine Black that before the split actually happened. That's a great reason to do it.
No mercy.
Say it with me.
No mercy!
Because I remember the story that he told me, right?
You Ravenor Brank? Struck sent me. He said that you...
Minister Jack, right?
Yes. Find me later near the fighting pit.
Hey, Nexus. I'm the one you talk to around here.
Are you Morda?
I'm Nakmor Morda, Overlord of the Krogan in Helios.
Overlord?
And you're the celebrated Pathfinder from the Hyperion, found at last.
I'm Ryder.
This is thrilling. I've never stood so close to a Pathfinder before. Mostly because the Krogan never got one. Welcome to New Tuchanka.
And so what I did was I took a step further. I completely erased my
I understand you and your people are pissed off.
Humans were welcomed into the Citadel Council with open arms, while the Krogan endured centuries of oppression. You have no idea. Your understanding only makes me mad.
Okay, gotcha. Loud and clear.
Why are you here, Pathfinder? To see what a successful colony looks like.
Our outposts are new. We could use the advice.
Your manipulation is so transparent. No advice for you, only regret. Watch, the Krogan will thrive and the initiative will pay. Get out of my face before I smash it.
A pleasure catching up with the new Krogan hierarchy. See you soon.
Krogan diplomacy is an oxymoron. This is serious.
Yeah, maybe.
She's plainly said the Nexus will took longer to build than
Let's talk to Brank before we freak out.
Varka, listen to yourself.
I know what I saw. Did that worm think I wouldn't notice? It's my squad, not Gren's, and I'll be damned if I let them take orders from him.
Which is like a breaking the bro code, right? That's like a tremendous compromising of trust. Yeah, I'm the one that's supposed to break it down.
Come on.
This is what he told me to too.
Ravenor Brank.
Quiet. Anyone tells Morda I'm talking to you and I'm kicked out.
And it got back to the wrong people whenever it really was said. This is another feature of plan. That's what I remain silent the whole time.
Last thing I want to do is jeopardize the Nexus or this colony.
Me neither. Or Clan Ravenor. Or Clan Jorgal. Or Clan Erdnot. Some in Clan Nakmor, too.
Okay, got it.
Did you see the crashed ship as you landed? Morda's after the drive core. That's Remnant tech. Can Krogan use that? What are you talking about? She's building a bomb.
With a drive core as a power source? Sam?
Dangerous to those handling it, but in the end, very possible.
Demolition teams have been busting down walls for months, battling those robots and scavengers. Lots here want peace with the Nexus. If Morda gets that drive core, boom, it's over. Now get away from me.
Got it. Thanks.
Yeah, eat that. There's a 60 guy.
Look at this.
Damn.
So yeah, there's a lot of them like that. I mean, that dude Shook, he's one of them. You know, he's another one. You know, he's really saying these women into complying with him, right? He's another one.
But I honestly think that
oh shit.
when I listen
A bomb?
to like a lot of these guys and how they say they had both parents in the home, or how they say they had a healthy dynamic, you know, with their mother and stuff. The way they come at women, it's just hard for me to believe.
Trying to pilot with that thing growling behind you.
If you have respect for your mother, you most certainly have basic human consideration and courtesy for a stranger on the street. Which would include a all nice place as well. So for me, when I hear like men talk a certain way, it's like,
What were you thinking? It was his choice.
I don't know, maybe
No,
you're generalizing.
his life isn't the only one affected.
Reducing them down to just sexual objects and that's it. You couldn't have possibly had a healthy dynamic with no family. That's how you I'm just saying. It just doesn't add up to me. I don't know.
No, it doesn't add up because the stuff that you're saying, I mean, have you ever considered the fact that they're full of shit?
Yeah.
See, we're humans. We're humans are proud that we like to take things at face value. The reason why we like to take things at face value is because humans are actually, we're quite honest creatures.
You have anorexia?
Humans are
Pretty wild out there.
They're giving you a way to kind of body language of some kind of linguistic pattern, right? And what you're doing is with your hands, you got very things. That's why I had a big relationship with my mother. I mean, you know, as soon as we get a bit of friends in the woman,
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder.
Cora, this talent you and PB have.
Biotics?
What does it feel like? Does it hurt?
When you really let loose, it's like a massive, deadly sneeze.
Oh, amazing.
So what do? What they call a preeminent strike, right, against the woman. So that the woman always comes in with a strike.
Well, it's better.
I advise against prolonged sun exposure, Pathfinder.
Gonna be hard to avoid out here.
Are we friends, Cora?
Detecting deep seismic activity in this area.
That thing is massive. I wonder what brought it down.
We're gonna be up against a bunch of trapped remnant.
Yep.
And they're probably cranky.
Yeah, disclaimers are good. Disclaimers are necessary. I think you probably already saw it anyway. It's just unfortunate.
This heat is unbearable.
I detect a considerable temperature drop in shaded areas.
The planets in Helios still look so alien.
They look stranger with humans on them.
Outlaws, get ready!
Hostiles ahead!
should be careful. Those dead bodies are not a good sign.
Pathfinder, your shields will not withstand this for long.
We need to find a way around this. Nice work.
We should be careful. Those dead bodies are not a good sign.
Pathfinder, your shields will not withstand this for long.
What's behind you? I'm hit.
Get ready to fight!
I think that's it. Good work. Excellently done.
Nice work. We need to find a way around this.
We should search for those missing glyphs.
Wonder if I'd get anything on the scanner. That should do it.
Interface successful, Pathfinder.